Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Moltrap here, coming at you with the ace match of Con versus Stars! And yes, I called it. I totally called it. Stork versus Zero rematch, baby. And oh my god, Stork is purple. Stork is purple. Oh man, it's on now. It is on now. It's Stork is purple and uh, and Zero is the color of power for Zerg, red. This is going to be an epic matchup right here. This is going to be awesome. Stork, of course, coming off of a win against Zero in the previous game, but you know, like I was saying, well, I guess I wasn't saying, but what I was, well, I guess I was kind of saying, what I started to say when I was trying to predict the ace match was about basically how you know, they're going to put their top player in, and Zero basically is the top player on Stars. Even though he's just lost to Stork, he gave him a run for his money, and you know, he's definitely the best player on the Stars right now. Quanro, maybe, probably second, is what I'd say. They used to put in Free all the time, but Zero's just been tearing it up lately, so he's the obvious choice for the ace right now, since he's been doing so well in Pro League and everything. And so we see this is Outsider as well, so definitely gonna be a Zerg player on Outsider. Although they can pretty much predict a Protoss on this map. So anyway, for Khan, I mean, because it would either be Stork or maybe Jangbi, but probably Stork. So you got, I mean, there's no one else that can put it but Stork. Jangbi's just been too inconsistent lately. And so anyway, so we got Zero is actually gonna, whoa, is he gonna put his second hatchery in behind his base? It's kind of an interesting choice. Looks like he's gonna run that around, and Stork actually going for a 2-gate build, which is also a very interesting choice. Unfortunately for Stork, Zero is going to scout this right away. Hopefully he puts a pull down soon, because that gateway is going to be warping in momentarily. Zealots are going to be on the way to his base very, very soon. Whoa, what is he doing? Oh, is he going to go for... What's going on? Okay, I thought he was going to go for a third hatchery without a pool, so he is going to get that pool down. He's got that Overlord running into the expansion right now. Let's see if he decides to keep going towards that location, or if he switches up now that he's seen that there's no fast expand there. He's also drone scouting the top right just to make sure nothing silly is going on. He's going to see that, he sees the first Zealot coming now. So he is, at least because of the fact that he decided to put his second hatchery inside of his base, behind his base, and one of those side expansions, he's going to be able to try and hold his ramp. But also it's going to mean it's going to be a little bit more difficult actually to hold that position. He's actually going to run that drone around and try and screw up the Zealot, try and slow that Zealot down a little bit if possible. He's going to need to just stall until that spawning pool comes in. Spawning pool not there, it finally warps in. 6 Zerglings immediately start morphing, and that drone is oh, there's a drone that Stork's been attacking there. He's going to put that drone on the... No, I thought he was going to try and delay more by putting that drone on the ramp. Zerglings are going to pop out, probably going to be able to deal with that Zealot, but in the meantime he's going to have to micro his drones around a little bit to save them from the Zealot. Zealot runs in, gets a couple hits on some drones. He's going to surround, he gets a single drone. Zergling's now going after that Zealot. Is he going to be able to get that second drone? Oh, the second drone in such deep trouble. The drone survives, but he's running that Zealot back around. I would not be surprised if Stork goes back directly for that exact drone, the damaged one, and tries to hit it directly. He's actually got his core up already, so he's decided, I guess, not to pursue this. And oh, that drone preemptively running it away from that Zealot. Nicely done. More Zerglings popping out, so he's actually producing a lot of Zerglings for just this one Zealot, and they may have been what Stork was actually even counting on. He's got his core up already. He's going to start teching here in a moment. And really, you know, that's a lot of Zerglings produced just to deal with a single Zealot. He basically only had to produce 3 Zealots out of the deal. Now he's going to get that Stargate up. This is a really good map before going for gateways into tech, because of the fact that you can get your expansion behind your base and then you can just hold your ramp. Part of the reason why they go for the forced fast expand is because it's the only way to really effectively hold well, it's not the only way, but it's a good way to effectively hold excuse me, a location, a wider location, basically, a choke point, without having a ramp. But in this case, he can actually hold his ramp and then build that expansion behind his base, so it'll work out just fine. Zero is, what is he, oh, is he going to try and do some kind of a drone drill? Oh no, he just sent his drones, he had them rallied or something like that, or he had A-moved them. So a few drones running off pointlessly. Zero making his little, sometimes when he does something wrong or something goes wrong for him, he'll make little sign like, oh my god, what was that about? And in fact, he apparently ran some of his drones out of his main base. Maybe he was planning on doing a drone drill, actually. Actually, he may have been thinking about it, because that's what those drones were heading that way. That he may have sent them out there before the Overlord died, and decided to call them back when he realized how many forces were on that ridge there. So, that would have been pretty ballsy. Would have been really, really cool to see if it worked out. He's just going to try and play a longer game instead. They're going up, and now at Den. He's not going to be able to do the normal build because Stork is teched so much faster. He's going to need something to deal with Corsairs much earlier than the Spire would be able to get out. And now Stork coming in with a bunch of Zerglings surrounding this force here. A few Zealots and a single Dragoon are getting caught off guard. He's going to try and get up that ramp, trying to surround those Zealots, keep them from getting away. They're able to get back to the ramp, able to get cover from the couple more Zealots, and bringing probes out as well. He's actually going to have to defend that ramp pretty in a lot of danger here. A lot of Zerglings trying to fight up that ramp. His Zealots, unfortunately, from kind of going a little bit haywire and not holding that ramp very well. And it looks like he's going to be able to sneak in a few Zerglings past those Zealots as well. Not going to be able to do a ton of damage, but they are going to be able to scout around and kill off a couple probes, apparently. And see where the expansion is and that kind of thing. In the meantime, Zero also getting that third base up. He's got more Zerglings. He may even try and go for a surround, send those Zerglings at one side of the Zealots, other Zerglings at the front of the Zealots, and try and kill off those Zealots on the ramp or something like that. Hydralisks are out now, so he is going to be able to defend against these Corsairs. Actually, I've only seen a single Corsair. Whoa, picks up another probe. He's got like 2 or 3 probes now with these few Zerglings that managed to get in. He's going to be able to run in, and well, he kind of knew that expansion was there, but it looks like he's going to get yet another probe. Oh my gosh, Stork almost loses a 5th probe, I think that was. He's losing Overlords now. Zero's losing Overlords. So, you know, kind of tit for tat here going on. Both players doing a little bit of damage to each other. Hydralisks are in play now. I mean, we saw them earlier, but he's got to be a little bit more careful. He's losing more and more Overlords there, and wow. Sorry. This game is so exciting, I can't even talk anymore. No, the cold sneaks up and just makes my throat seize up sometimes. Anyways, Zero now has lost this little bit of advantage he had. He's going to have to be a little bit defensive now. Stork actually pushing out a little bit. He's lost all those Zerglings. He's got a decent group of Hydralisks now, so he's actually going to be fine there. But he's had to stop producing drones. There's a lot of drones that he hasn't been able to produce because of the fact that he's produced so many Zerglings. But you can see he's killed so many probes. He goes in and he actually picks off the probe that was looking to build that next expansion. Zealots are going to stop those Zerglings from getting in and doing more damage. But Stork doesn't have a ton of probes actually on his lines because of the fact that he's lost a few and has been distracted and that kind of thing. So they could be on even footing. It's actually kind of hard to tell who has a kind of a lead right now. Upgrade going on at the Psi Core. Interesting. We don't see a lot of Corsairs. Well, there's 2 Corsairs. It may be +1 weapons. It could just be, but he's producing a lot of Dragoons, so it could be, Dragoon range is what I'm thinking. And I'm just, Stork moving out here with a squad of Zealots and a few Dragoons trying to push back on these Hydralisks. Zero micro these Hydralisks back. He's going to have to fall back. Too many Dragoons there, too many Zealots. I hope again that this is not out of sync. I just again had my streaming catch up to what I had queued up in the video. That doesn't make sense. I came up to the end of what I had queued up in the video that I'm watching on YouTube, and so it read out, so it paused. So I had to kind of pause and I had to pause it and try and resync it to the same MP3. Anyways, hopefully it worked out. I've also just realized that it's actually gotten past 10 p.m. over the course of the day, so I'm hopefully going to be, I'm going to have to talk a little bit quieter is what I'm thinking, because my roommates might be sleeping. I don't know if they are or not, but just in case, I'm going to have to talk a little bit quieter for the rest of this cast, though. Anyway, Stork doing a nice little maneuver here, sticking a Dragoon over behind the hatchery. Is going to be able to pick away at drones there. Force Zero to stop mining there until he gets something out to deal with that Dragoon. He could easily just send a few Hydras over there, but it's just going to force him to stop mining just for a little bit. And it's just little things like that that are going to slow down mining and just get a few less minerals, that kind of thing. And now he's falling the Dragoon back again, and hopefully, and yeah, he's probably upgrading Dragoon range, and so if he has Dragoon range, he may be able to outrange. Yes, he's gonna outrange those Hydras. He just has to hold that Dragoon position there, and he can hit the drones. And